One of the deepest struggles of life is silently comparing your worth to someone else's success. We look around and ask ourselves why their path seems faster, brighter, and easier, while ours feels slow and forgotten. But we fail to realize one truth: their journey was never meant to be ours. When a flower tries to shine like a star, it will believe it has failed, even while spreading beauty all around. In today's world, social media fuels this pain every single day. We scroll through achievements, applause, and perfect moments, and slowly begin to feel smaller inside. We forget our strengths, ignore our growth, and doubt our value. Over time, comparison steals peace and replaces it with insecurity and quiet sadness. If these words feel personal, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe, because this channel is for people walking this journey together. This story is for anyone who has ever thought, "Why am I not enough?" Stay until the end, because one realization in this story may completely change how you see yourself forever. Once there was a quiet town surrounded by long roads and open fields. In that town lived a young boy named Armin. He was honest, disciplined, and tried his best in everything he did. But inside his heart, Armin carried a heavy habit that never left him alone. He constantly compared himself to others. At school, when he saw his friend Noah answering every question with ease, Armin felt small. He would sit silently and think, "Why can't I be like him?" When he noticed another boy wearing better clothes or talking confidently, his thoughts turned darker. "Everyone is moving ahead," he told himself, "and I am standing still." These thoughts followed him everywhere. They stayed with him while studying, walking home, even while trying to sleep. Slowly, Armin lost interest in things he once enjoyed. Reading felt tiring. Learning felt pointless. Every small failure felt like proof that he was not enough. No matter how hard he tried, someone always seemed better. This constant comparison drained his energy and stole his confidence. One evening, while sitting alone near the edge of the town, Armin realized he was exhausted, not from work, but from always measuring himself against others. One morning, an elderly teacher named Mr. Rahim arrived in the town. People respected him for his wisdom and calm words. Armin gathered courage and shared his pain. "Sir," he said, "I work hard, but when I see others doing better, I feel useless." Mr. Rahim listened quietly and then said, "Meet me tomorrow near the old bridge." The next day they stood near a flowing river. Mr. Rahim pointed toward the water and asked, "Do you see how the river moves?" Armin nodded. "It flows slowly here, fast there, but it never stops being a river." Then he pointed toward the sky where clouds moved at different speeds. "Each has its own direction," he said. They walked further and reached a small garden. Some plants were tall, others short, some blooming, some still growing. Mr. Rahim smiled and asked, "Does one plant complain about the other?" Armin shook his head. "Yet together," the teacher said, "they make the garden complete." He looked at Armin and spoke gently. "When you compare yourself, you ignore your own pace. Growth is not a race. It is a journey meant only for you." Those words stayed with Armin long after that day. He began to notice small changes within himself. Instead of watching others, he started focusing on his own effort. He studied with patience, not pressure. He worked without rushing success. Slowly, his confidence returned, not loudly, but quietly. Days turned into months, and Armin improved in ways he had never noticed before. He became better at understanding people, solving problems, and staying consistent. Years later, Armin built something meaningful with his skills. People admired his calm nature and steady growth. When younger students asked him how he moved forward without fear, Armin would smile and share what he learned. "When you compare yourself," he said, "you borrow someone else's path and lose your own." He explained that a clock and a calendar both measure time, but in different ways. One is not slower than the other, They simply serve different purposes. The moment I accepted who I was, Armin added, life became lighter. He understood that comparison never shows the full picture. Peace comes when you respect your own journey and walk it with patience. From that day forward, Armin never rushed his growth again. Remember, a river and a mountain move differently, yet both shape the land. Your timing does not need to match anyone else's. Trust your pace. Walk your journey with belief. That is where true fulfillment begins. If this story touched you, like it, share it, and join us again for another meaningful story.